G'day, punters. Welcome to the Mailbag Preview Show. Different this week because I stuffed up my communication and I have to get this done right now. So I'm going one out so you guys can get fed. Hopefully it makes sense. I'm going to rip through it pretty quickly. We're going to kick off at Mornington. We're only going to talk about Mornington. I've got Bess at Hawkesbury, but I haven't had the time to do the prices yet. So those price slides will probably be up on Saturday. I've got some opinions in the later races for sure and in the early races. But Mornington, race 7, the Hariba Stakes. It's a good race traditionally. Some nice horses go through it. And I think we've got the same sort of setup this year. I'm going to cuddle Jigsaw. I'm going to take on the Inferno. I'm going to take on She's All Class. Now, I anticipate on Saturday we want to be forward at midfield. Obviously, this is race 7, so you've got time to adjust if I'm wrong. I don't think I will be. But yeah, anyway, Jigsaw will cross and lead with Turk Warrior potentially. I don't know if Turk Warrior won't take it on. D Moore's a deep thinker, so he'll adjust to how the track's been racing. If it's sort of off fence and evenish, I think he'll sit outside Turk Warrior. And if it's on pace suited, he'll roll forward and lead. I think the smoky in the race at a good price is Bless Her. I think she was very good first up and can run well. The Inferno's going awful and will be back out near last. She's All Class. I don't know where they want to get to from that barrier, but I just don't want to know about it at that price. I think it'll drift and it'll start closer to sort of $7.50, $8. So in race 7 at Mornington, I'm having a good bet on Jigsaw. Brings the grouse form. Very hard to beat. Ticks all the boxes. Race 8, Mornington Cup. At this stage, I'm only going to really take on the 4 Gear Up and the 12 Port Phillip. Probably need to take a spot either on Vow and Declare, Nonconformist, Right You Are, or He's a Shocker. At the moment, I'm leaning towards He's a Shocker and Nonconformist. I think they're the two classier animals, despite Vow and Declare winning a Melbourne Cup. Speed map here is interesting. Where they want to get to from these barriers is the question. It's a tactical track, Mornington, so you need to make decisions and you want to be in those sort of spots. Right You Are and Vow and Declare have the edge versus the other two map-wise because they traditionally will roll forward and be thereabouts. He's a Shocker's drawn wide and has to be ridden with a lot of luck or ability, and you can't guarantee either. So I don't want to bet into the race. I certainly don't want to lay He's a Shocker. I think it's the most in form of these horses. I think Right You Are and Vow and Declare, the map horses, and Nonconformist, if you forgive its last runs, just airborne, and the form's really, really strong. It's got a good SP in the Caulfield Cup. So does Vow and Declare. So what am I saying? I'm saying I'm not betting. I'm a little bit confused. I'm going to be cuddling Nonconformist and He's a Shocker at this stage, and I'll probably look to be near top, either Vow and Declare or Right You Are to get my percentages down, but I'll take on most of the other horses in the race, including Benno. My best at Mornington, race 1, number 2, Ronvo Amber, Lindsay Bowles, my man, your man, our man, who does the trials for me, with me. He's a jet and he's declared race 1, number 2, Ronvo Amber, so I'm just following him straight in. It's my best at Mornington. That's how much I believe in young Linz. The next best, race 7, number 1, Jigsaw. I think it's a class animal. Very hard to beat. Ticks all the boxes like we just spoke about. The value, race 5, number 5, Aradente. I think this horse is above average, way above average. The market's steady for it early on. Want to see that continue, though, because it's first up off a little bit of a spell, probably a setback because it's a little bit longer than you'd want. Then I think it's going to be very hard to beat. Going to get a good run just about midfield. Horses I'm going to lay at Mornington. Race 1, the 4, Long Lost Friend, Hate of the Trial. Race 7, the 5, She's All Class. We spoke about that. And race 3, number 11, Squad. Don't know where it's going to get to in the run. Think it's overbet. Think people get scared of that setup. My best at Hawkesbury. Race 1, number 2, Zardozi for Chad Schofield. Next best, race 9, the 3, Floating Artist. Comes out of a decent Bendigo race where it absolutely hooned home fresh, first up, off a setback and a long spell. So the question is, how's a horse going to handle the quick backup? Well, not the quick backup, but its second up run from a long break. The early market says to me the stable likes it and the stable's confident. That's almost enough for me to steam in now. $4 around, it won't be $4 with me. I'd have something on. The value is our horse. Pray for it. Race 2, number 7, Okatango. Have a great weekend. Lazy Susan, shares available. Update this morning. She's flying. Jono at themailbag.com.au. Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.